Combat Corner, Professional Fight Gear presents Punches and Kicks and Other Ill, hosted by four-time world champion Duke Roufus.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Punches and Kicks and Other Ill. You know what I mean. We're talking about Combat Corner sponsored segment. Thank you Combat Corner and the squad over there. They keep us winning and having fun getting it done over here at Roufus Sport. Speaking of Roufus Sport, I've got coach of the striking team here at Roufus Sport and MMA team. He also was one of the main guys on season 20 of The Ultimate Fighter, Coach Scott Cushman. We like to call him Coach Cush over here. What we're going to talk about today in this segment is, I think, the most underutilized piece of equipment in MMA, kickboxing, and Muay Thai outside Thailand. Especially, I don't think enough people hit the heavy bag. This is your strength and conditioning of how you learn to hit things hard. Pad works good, yes, but this is also another ingredient. That's the thing. All of the elements that you do, partner drills, pad work, bag work, you need to do this. This is why you watch even a guy like Floyd Mayweather, mastered boxer, still hits that bag. Sanchez or Kingstar still hits that bag. Giorgio Petrosian still hits the heavy bag, because if it's important, we do it all the time, and I think it's the most underutilized weapon. What we're going to focus on is power punching, how to develop punching power. One thing I had from years of doing this, I was able to punch people out, knock them out with one punch. This is one of my favorite things. My favorite way to finish a fight is a high kick. My second favorite is a knockout punch. But that being said, sometimes you got to slow it down on the bag. You're not necessarily looking to throw a bunch of volume punches. You're looking to work on chopping wood almost. You want to practice hitting hard, so you want to get one punch power. So we do, coach gets in his stance, we get the bag moving a little bit, because you'll learn how to time it. And like I said, I like using a good heavy bag, nice and heavy. We stuff this one very heavy. This is the handmade heavy bag from Thailand by Combat Corner, and it's designed to absorb. You want a bit, if your bag is just a tube that's hard, you're not going to learn how to build as much power or learn how to develop power. What coach is going to do every time he punches is he wants to dent the bag. You want to interject with anything else, coach?
No, you want to hit hard, but you want to hit it hard within in a structured way that you also can be able to defend at the same time. So it's like you want power, but you also want to think a little bit of defense too at the same time.
And another thing you're going to see, he's not going to move his feet a lot on this one. What we want to work on, this is something I was fortunate to be able to do at one of my first big world title fight like this. I stand the man Longanides threw a big left hook at me. I tie blocked as it slipped. I just boom, came back, knocked him out with a punch. But the thing is, I didn't do a lot of foot movement. Sometimes in exchanges, it's not about moving your feet, it's about hand speed. So we want to learn how to get core power from his core, his shoulders, his stomach, his hips, pushing off the floor. So he's not overly moving on the bag, he's learning how to hit from spaced repetition. Almost if he were trying to get power from bench pressing, does it over and over. Well, that's how you get power from the bag. You do the same technique over and over and over. There's an interesting theory they call the 10,000 theory. You got to do something 10,000 times to be an expert at it. So start hitting that bag, get those reps in. So we'll show you a little feedback on here. Whatever you want, coach. Notice he's not in a rush pace. He's almost like swinging a baseball bat, or he's almost taking and focus on really just getting that spaced repetition, hitting hard. You'll use both hands, don't matter. Like I said, really doing that bag jumps, he's doing great. That's the whole idea of having a fully stuffed bag that has a little give. If the bag is moving away, that means he's pushing it. See, coach doesn't want to push his punch when he's hitting me. Especially, he wants to pop, snap it. That's what knocks me out. When he pushes me, that doesn't hurt me. So that's a little technique he's trying to do too. He's trying to get that bag to almost jump when he hits it. See that? That jump. That's it. And that snap. The other thing, You notice as fast as he hits out, he's going back twice as fast. That's a really good coach taught me that. Is when you work in your cross, it's almost like you're breaking when you play pool or snooker. You want to pop, just break, and that's especially when he chops that cross with a jab. It's pop, that bounce, that snap back. Like I said, he'll go to the body, the liver. But yeah, he's denting that bag. You can see he's able to hit hard, but not over move. And he's, like I said, digging. You probably see a lot of our bonus footage of us when we're doing pads and things of that nature, the athletes using the bags when they're not using the pad. If you want to kind of pan around to this area, you see we got all of our combat corner bags in here with our ring, and we really focus on that in between pads and bags. It's so important. Now we'll take the gloves off. We'll just show you a little detail here, what he's focused on too. Take a look at my hand here. Not that it's been broken there, but another thing that happens from years of striking, you develop callus on the knuckles. As you can see, my two punching knuckles, that's what I'm trying to hit with every time. I don't want to hit with the front of the fist. It doesn't penetrate. I'm trying to penetrate every time. That knuckle hits every time, and that's how I get the knockout. So well, you can see when coach hits the bag, you can see the focus, that wrist goes down, and that's the conditioning. Hitting the bag is what conditions your hands, your wrist, and your arms. That's what builds density. His whole body's tight right now every time he makes impact, and that's important. And that's why you're gonna miss out on getting punching power and hitting power if you don't hit the bag enough, because especially with the bag moving, that's how he builds resistance strength. See how he can stop that bad boy. That's how he gets stopping power when I'm trying to get up in his grill fighting him. So hopefully that helps. Again, I'd like to thank Combat Corner and all the excellent gear you're putting us in. We actually got a really new cool suit coming out that is gonna be used just for us. Thank you, Combat Corner. They're making it where I can catch anything here and on the leg kick. So Combat Corner has that new revolutionary piece of equipment coming out. It's gonna be great when we're holding mitts and Thai pads for our guys. And as well, I'd like to thank all of our athletes who come into our think tank and work all these new techniques with us. Like I said, this one's a little bit more of a throwback, old school, but old school's the best school if you ask me. Now, like I said, old school boxers, great kickboxers, great Muay Thai boxers, the bag, like I said, when I was in Thailand, I hit the bag more than I hit Thai pads actually. Same thing if you coach grew up in a boxing environment, he didn't start doing mitts till he joined our team, correct, Coach?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, his routine at his gym was shadowboxing, bag work,
spar,
and that's it. So, like I said, that's why I think he has such really good punching power as well, and that's something that we really instill in our core program. And to me, it's martial arts. The whole reason why you're learning to punch someone is in a self-defense situation, you want to hit them so hard you can knock them out. And that's what my dad taught me from the age of 4 years old. Fortunately enough, I had a good knockout ratio with my fight record. My brother Rick had a phenomenal knockout ratio. He had a lot of one-punch knockouts, and I credit my pop, Pat Roufus. He's the man, the myth, the legend, and luckily he's my dad, and that's why I'm here where I'm at today. So, like I said, have fun getting it done. Great drillers make great skillers. So if you want to be a killer on the night of the fight night, you got to be a great driller. Put that time in, even if it's a half-hour a day. You know, add it up over doing that 4 to 5 times a week over a year. The time, the space repetition, because that's how you get good at striking. It's all space repetition. You got to put those reps in, because besides technique, if you don't have the natural strength from hitting the bag and the mitts, you got to work on it. And people always ask me, why are my legs so big and strong? Because I kick the bag every day my whole life, and that was important. I never really did a lot of squatting or things of that nature, Olympic lifts. I didn't add that till later into my regimen. And since early age, I had very strong legs. And like I said, I did grow up in the old school regimen of getting strength from actually doing the sport. Great wrestling coach, Cale Sanderson, one of the best in all collegiate wrestling. He says wrestling is the best form of strength and conditioning, meaning Get out there and do your sport. Look at a body like Buakaw Pramuk. That guy is yoked, stacked, and jacked all in one. And his strength, his physique comes from his Muay Thai regimen. Until then, thank you. Enjoy the segment and keep tuning in. Thank you, Combat Corner.